Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Daryl Walter Show. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, how's everybody doing out there? Welcome. Welcome to the Daryl Walter Show, everybody. Listen, as you're coming in, do me a favor, click like, go ahead and share this. Hop in the comment section because the comment section be lit. I hope everybody is having a great week. I have absolutely 100% on due to plea. Missed y'all. I have missed y'all so much. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. In forever and a day. So come on in, y'all. I hope everybody is having a beautiful week again. Welcome to the Daryl Walter Show. We are going to have a good time today. We are going to be talking about saying yes to uncertainty. Stay tuned for that. All right, everybody. And a big shout out to Pyro Media Network. Shout out to Kwame, Samuel, and everybody over there, and Bullet In Flight Radio, all of my people listening over there. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your continued support. And make sure to keep following and follow me on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff at I am Daryl Walter. And make sure you show Power Media Network some love on today. All right, let's get into all of this wonderful stuff. Let's see, let me see what's going on in the comments. Greetings, Dr. Ho, greetings. I am excited about this show. Listen, real quick, I know I got this rasp thing going on, so I have been working hard all week. I talk for a living. I have to use my voice. So today you're going to get raspy, preachy Daryl. That's what I feel like I sound like. I got to talk in this raspy low voice. So hopefully, you know, it's something good. Let's get into it, Kwame. Let's get into what went viral because we got a few things to talk about this week. Let's get into it. All right, Carlton Pearson. As many of you know, Carlton Pearson, Bishop Carlton Pearson, um, transitioned recently. He is the to me the greatest bishop to walk this earth. He is the reason a lot of your favorite preachers we know today, T.D. Jakes, the Clark sisters, Juanita Bynum, Miles Monroe, and the list goes on and on and on. He came out of Oral Roberts University, and he is most noted for having a shift in his consciousness, as you know, or if you don't know, Carlton Pearson always said that everything is consciousness, and so he had a revelation of the gospel of inclusion. Well, he is going to be laid to rest. On December 1st and December the 18th. And why do you ask? Are there two services? Well, there's a gentleman by the name of Mike Todd. Okay, bring up Mike Todd. Some of y'all know him. He is the pastor of Transformation Church. Did I put? If I didn't put the picture in there, it's okay. It's the man that spit on. So he's well known for. He's a well known preacher in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay. Um, I ain't send the picture, probably because we don't need to see him. That's probably why. Keeping it Mike Todd, he's a well-known pastor in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He, I don't even know how to say this. So, long story short, the pastor of Transformation Church, that's the name of the church, he caught wind that the Pearson family was having, there we go, him right there, that man. Thank you, Kwame. That's why Kwame's Kwame, because he's amazing, because he works like that. So this man clapping Kwame, some of y'all seen him. He went viral for spitting on somebody to illustrate a message. He gives away millions and millions of dollars every year. Okay, take him down. We love you, Pastor Mike. Mhm. So they caught wind that they were having these financial troubles, unbeknownst to anybody. Okay, so Mike Todd, the pastor, came in and said, "Look, we're going to pay all your bills. We're going to pay the house off. We're going to do all of this stuff." Now, I don't know if it's a stipulation or not, but they are going to have funeral services for Carlton Pearson in Tulsa, December the 1st. If you go on Carlton Pearson's page, you'll notice that that particular post is up there. The comments are turned off, and Mike Todd, it says Carlton Pearson with Mike Todd. Now, okay, here's where it's getting messy. Um, the funeral December 1st, they are not allowed to say any words like inclusion is not allowed to be said, universal or something like that. Certain terms that aren't allowed to be used at the funeral. Also, Yvette Flunder, bring up a picture of Yvette Flunder. Yvette Flunder, who was one of Bishop Carlton Pearson's closest friends, I sent that the other picture. Okay, we'll go with that picture. She was not invited to the funeral, and she's not allowed to speak. As a matter of fact, any pretty much we'll say allegedly, just for the sake of covering this, um, allegedly, any and no people from the LGBTQI plus community are allowed to speak. Also, people like Yvette Flunder and other people who became close to Carlton Pearson are not allowed to speak at the services that Mike Todd is paying for. So, long story short, it's a Christian funeral. Okay, here's where it gets a little messier. Bring up Larry Reed and Archbishop Lord Bernard Jordan. So Larry Reed came in and Bishop Bernard Jordan. Bring in a picture of him. Okay, now these two, before Carlton Pearson died, he said, "Y'all, there we go. I love this. This is it. These are the people that surround Carlton Pearson. This picture is up here like this for a reason. There's a lot of people out there. I'm just gonna say it. A lot of people who are saying, 'Oh, friend Carlton Pearson,' but a lot of those people turned their back on Carlton Pearson. And this is the crew that stood by Carlton Pearson. Anyways, Carlton Pearson called down Larry Reed and Archbishop Bernard Jordan and said, "Listen, I got to talk to y'all before I die." And he recorded a video of how he wanted his funeral to go verbatim. Did I send the video of that? I think I sent the clip of that. Let's take a look at that.
How do you want your transition celebration to be? Have you had that discussion with everybody? How do you want that to be?
Well, I'm not real braggadocious, never have been in my life, but this one, I want it slamming.
We gonna slam it. We gonna slam it.
What does that mean?
I want 100 voice choir, 200. I don't care. I want to show because a lot of other worldly people will come. I want to see
They will.
the excellence of what we are, what we do under the anointing.
Listen
of
to this, y'all.
class,
Listen.
with the singing, whether that's Leandria Johnson singing or Ricky Dillard's choir, or I don't know if I'll have time, but if some of the top people come and sing, and um, um, Yvette will say something. She's one of the few.
Yvette Flunder.
And because I want to show diversity, and I don't want a bunch of big name guys that we sent out. I just don't want them on the video. Or I mean, speaking live in the service. You guys who have stood with me are the ones I want to be heard and see. Not just guys that want to get on the stage, because they're going to be, who knows will come, what people will come. And but I don't want it to be that kind of thing. And the service itself should be a eulogy, but I want a good, meaningful video done. I told Michael that already. He's got stuff from all my appearances.
Okay,
on
now
all the
pause
secular
that.
shows and ABC.
Pause that real quick,
2020.
Kwame. Now you heard what that man said. That man said he wanted Yvette Flunder to speak at his services. Bring my talk back up real quick. Now TikTok tried to ban me because I said he was shapely. He had a pear shape. I didn't say it that way, so I'm gonna watch my mouth on this one. I don't know what's going on all the way, but some don't smell right. Thank you, Dr. Holt. That's what I meant to shape. Thank you very much. This is messy. Take him down because he's just too much. Now, anytime somebody passes, it never ceases to be drama at somebody's funeral. So, in my opinion, y'all, hear me out. The real funeral is December 18th, that's being put on by Larry Reed and Archbishop out of their own personal funds. You can still donate, go to his website. But he's carrying out the actual wishes of Bishop Carlton Pearson. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, and I'm just gonna say this for y'all. Some people gonna believe me, some people not gonna believe me. It's gonna be a lot of people, like already you see them on Facebook, on Instagram, posting these well-written, well thought out posts, okay? But out of all of those people, few people who actually stood by Bishop's side throughout his tenure after after his revelation, after his revelation of the gospel of inclusion. Listen, and I just want to say this also in this moment. When you decide to walk in your truth, when you decide to walk in your convictions, expect to lose friends, expect to lose people. The truth ain't always popular. Speaking of the truth, ain't always being popular because I don't know what's going on with my child, and I'm trying to just hold my peace and be quiet about it. But some ain't right. In my head, what I really think it is guilt. Because my Todd used to follow Bishop Pearson before he went his way, and I think this is some sort of like make me feel better move, or like giving out of guilt. Someone called it penitence. Hey Queen, hey. Okay, let's get into Diddy. Just bring a picture of Diddy up. I'm baby. When I tell you, I am drained. I am completely drained off of this. Oh Lord Jesus. I don't even need my notes for this. Okay. Let me tell you. Go back to Carlton Pearson real quick, because I got to address this. We gonna get all of this in. Let me tell y'all something. The real funeral is December 18th, okay? It's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be a lot of guilt-ridden comments. It's going to be a lot of people who are going to say that was my friend, but they wasn't with him. Let me tell you, what I have learned and what I know for sure is that death brings out the ugly in a lot of people. And I don't know what Mike Todd got going on, and I think, I've always thought Mike Todd was a little egotistical, allegedly. I'm just gonna say it. That's just my truth. Wonderful man, gives millions of dollars away, but that ego, it's something that seems self-serving in this situation. So even though yes, you are supposed to carry out the people's wishes, see, this is where selfishness and theology can get in the way easily. And these three people right here were Carlton Pearson's lifeline. They were really there for them. So I don't know what Mike Todd is doing or going with this, but I will be watching the December 1st funeral too, because I know it's going to be messy. I just already know. Okay, now let's get on to Diddy. Let me tell you something. I'm just going. I don't know how else to say this, and I don't know how much clearer to make it. But Diddy, as we knew him, is done. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no love. Ain't no love album. Ain't nothing. He's done. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So Sean Combs, because I ain't seen y'all in a while. We have not talked about this. So we know what's going on with the Cassie case, but a lot of people are not understanding why the Cassie case is so important and why this Cassie case even came into fruition. So let's talk about it, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the full story. The New York governor, the governor of New York. Let me stop clapping like I got something to say. The governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, okay, created an act called the Adult Survivors Act, where anyone who has been the victim of any type of sexual assault in New York can file a civil lawsuit. It doesn't matter what age, it doesn't matter when it happened, if you were 32, 2, 52, or 102, you can file a lawsuit. And it's a short act. So it was from November of last year to November of this year, 2023. Cassie did a big one on this one. Okay. Why did Cassie do a big one on this one? Because that particular civil suit was not just against Sean Combs personally, it was against his businesses also. All right. Keep up with me, y'all. So basically, Sean Combs, okay, y'all stay with me. He is the owner of Revolt TV. They went against that. He is the owner of what he got? Ciroc, Bad Boy Records. So they went against all of that. Okay. So when that happens, it is no longer just a personal lawsuit, but it is against all his businesses also. Okay. This is a big deal, y'all. So him stepping down from Revolt is a big deal. And see, they keep trying to play word semantics with us, y'all. Y'all got to pay attention. He is not temporarily stepping down. He will never step back. It will be a miracle if he steps back into position again. But what we are witnessing, ladies and gentlemen, is the breakdown of the Black Harvey Weinstein. If you ask me, Danny Kane has been telling us for years. Mace has been telling us for years. All of these artists has been telling us for years. And side note, I'm looking at Lorianne Gibson sideways. I don't know the lady; she's a wonderful woman, but you've been around that man too long not to have seen anything. Okay, and the reason he settled so fast is because you can't have all that business out there. It's no longer just his business. We're talking about LLCs, corporations, and so I believe what we are watching is the end of an era, the end of a time, and also the breakdown of a man who was, for all intents purposes, a monster. This man was a monster. I don't, I don't know how y'all find it so hard to believe, but it needs to be done. So, Diddy, we love you. We praying for you. But Molly, you in danger, girl. And Cassie, see, I'm gonna say something even deeper because it's no coincidence that this governor put this act into place. I think the bigger, those angels up there, like Kim Porter, Andre Harrell up there said, "No, baby, you're not gonna get this one. You're not gonna get away with this much too long." And I believe where there's smoke, there's fire. So while y'all trying not to believe it's not true, and while y'all trying to call it a money grab and everything like that, in my eyes, allegedly, let me put it out there, allegedly, P Diddy, Sean Combs ain't nothing but a clean cut gangster. That's what he is, a mess. Okay, let's keep getting into other messes, baby. This Houston pastor, R.I.P. baby. It just never gets old. It just never gets old. I don't even know. Let's just play the clip. It just never gets old. Go ahead. Thank you, Kwame. Okay. So as we're watching this video, just take a listen and take a look. Trigger warning. So you might want to close your ears if it's too much.
A local pastor is in jail accused of sexually assaulting a family member several hundred times. And court documents say it happened in parking lots in two local churches. ABC 13's Giovanni Ligi is live from the Harris County Jail tonight, breaking down everything we know. Giovanni?
Well, court documents showing this sexual assault started when this little girl was just 7 years old. It lasted for almost a decade, and at one point, he even got her pregnant. 39-year-old Robert Carter is the man police said sexually assaulted his own family member. Documents showing this happened over the span of a decade, at least 600 times. Now he's in jail for continuous sexual abuse of a child. Court documents showing the victim told police the assault would happen almost nightly. And when she turned 16, the documents showing he got her pregnant. The documents showing she had the baby in a closet, and he then took it to a nearby fire station. Some of the details in these documents are too graphic to show. Investigators accusing Carter of doing this at multiple locations. It started in 2008 when the child was only 7 years old. He would offer to give her candy in exchange for sexual acts. Investigators saying he would do this when other family members were sleeping, telling the child if she told anyone, nobody would believe her. The victim telling investigators it would happen at the church he worked at in Sunnyside, and the
Bring the picture of what, Robert Carter. See, here's the thing, y'all. Okay, and the reason why I brought this up, segueing from Diddy to this, I believe the Me Too movement is coming to hip hop, rightfully so. I think we have fostered an environment of unhealthy behavior that is toxic to women and those who cannot defend themselves. I think also that the Me Too movement is not only coming to hip hop and the entertainment industry as far as the urban community is concerned, but I think it's going to hop over to the church. This man was taking advantage of his family member for over a decade, even in the church. How often does this go on? For this one man, how many other children out there are suffering silently at the hands of these pastors, these deacons, these evangelists? And everybody's just quiet. And you know what? Bring that comment up. It's in the church and everybody's just quiet because that's the important thing. Dr. Right. And here's the thing, we turn a blind eye to it and we're quiet. I don't know how many people I know in the industry have seen so much, but they're quiet because they don't want to mess up their chance. How many people in the church are quiet because they don't want to mess up their position? They don't want to lose their solo in the choir. They don't want to lose their position in church. They don't want to get in trouble or be talked about or look like the sellout. How many times have we done that? How many times do they do that? And they're using the same tactics because the same tactics still work. Y'all just be so tired. Okay, let's get to this last one. Oh my Lord Jesus. T.I. That man is going to jail. You going to jail, girl. T.I. and King Harris. Oh Lord. I got a lot to say about this one. This one is about to run me low because everybody guilty in this one. Everybody guilty in this one. Okay, so recently you've seen the video going viral of King Harris with his big veneer. The veneer is so big, baby. Let's just play the video. This is the last part of the video. Him and his father got into a squabble over how gangster he is. Let's take a look at it.
You're capping. You 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 capping. I know. I know you. You capping. I know you. I know you. I know you. I know you. I know you though. I know you though. I know. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Man, what is she talking about?
Get off me, like, man, get off me.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me.
Okay, now bring up the family because we got to get into all of this. Now that's the whole family of Ti, right? There go Ti over there and Tiny the mama. That's King in the middle. Okay, Zonique. That's Zonique on the other side. She sings. Um, and the other two, they do something. One of them does some type of country thing, and they're all creative. And then Eris, that's the baby right there. That's the one where she went viral. That's the next superstar. I'm trying to tell y'all don't believe me, but that's our next little baby superstar. Okay, she gonna either be in a group or have a really huge solo career. Here's what I'm seeing, and here's the issue because everybody is so like, oh, if that was me, he needs an ass whooping, he needs this, he needs that, he needs direction. You know what he needs? He needs his father. That's his real daddy, yes. That is his real daddy. I don't know if they got the same mama. I don't know what's going on with them. But King is a young man growing into his own manhood. And what I've learned and what I've been trying to tell a lot of people don't believe me, but every boy needs their father. Every boy needs their father. And even as a man, the little boy in you need your father. And so what we're looking at is King trying to prove himself, right? He is trying to prove himself saying, look at me, I'm hood, I'm gangsta, I'm a man. He's trying to show his father is he's a man because he's looking for that love. And now why is he doing it in the route of proving his gangster? Using words like stand on business. I'm standing on my business. Look at who his father is. His father is a gangster for all intent purposes. Okay. Now I'm gonna say this, it's gonna ruffle some feathers. Some of y'all gonna agree with me, some of y'all gonna jump in the comments and not agree with me. Okay. A lot of times we have children and we say, well, I gave them everything. What's the problem? They've got a roof over their head. They've got money. They were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Anything they wanted, I gave them. So, what's the real issue? The real issue is that money does not replace love. And a lot of times we think because we did this with money and we gave them this and we took them there, that somehow that equates to love. And that doesn't always equate to love. So even with the millions of dollars that Tiny and Ti have, when I look at them as parents, I'm not questioning their parentals or how they parent. But what I do know is that they have a history of drugs. I do know that they have a history of abusing women. I do know that they have case after case after case after case against them that involves sexual assault, that involves driving under the influence, that involves a lot of things. And even if you're not doing it in front of your children, don't ever mistake for 1 second that the energy that you carry, that the experiences and the things that you go through do not affect your children. I'm just saying. It's way deeper. You know what? Here's the thing. It's always deeper than what we think. We have been watching King be unhinged for a very long time. We've watched him disrespect people, fight people, get into arguments. The anger so deep, and the anger with his parent runs so deep. This has nothing to do with the roach crawling on the face. This has nothing to do with standing on business, but this has everything to do. And the reason I brought up this picture of the family is, and this is just my assessment, little old Daryl over here just looking. It's very easy to be in a large family and go on scene and not feel like they see you. Right, he's surrounded by all of these family members. Ti, he's the famous rapper. Zonique, she's doing her thing in music. Eris, she's on her way to singing. Tiny, she's a business mogul. The boy on the end. Did y'all know he's a guitarist? He's like this country guitarist guy. The other one's a producer doing, they're all doing these things. And then you have King. What's King doing? Cussing people out, trying to fight people, trying to be seen. Y'all get it? Sometimes when we try to be seen, we always don't do it with positivity. Sometimes it comes out in negative actions. Because all these children are trying to be seen by their parents. But y'all not ready for that conversation. Y'all not ready for that conversation. Yeah, tap in. Let me know what y'all think. What we gonna do? We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I am so excited. We're gonna talk about. The message is yes to uncertainty. So when we come back, we'll talk about it. I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundaries and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet and Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs. Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Luxor Noir.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Daryl Walter Show. How's everybody doing out there listening in the radio and TV and YouTube land and all that beautiful stuff? Y'all all right out there? Everybody all right? Okay, listen. We are going to talk about saying yes to uncertainty. And I came up with that because I just want to talk real with y'all. I just realized there's so many of you out there that just don't realize how great you are. There's so many of you out there that just don't realize how amazing and how beautifully talented you are. And so it's easy to stay comfortable in that mediocrity. It's easy to stay comfortable in not being great or downing yourself or doubting yourself. Um, but I'm here to encourage you and push you into your uncomfort zone. I'm here to push you into the uncertain, right? It's time to say yes to uncertainty. It's time to say yes to uncertainty, right? It's time to say yes to the unknowing. It's time to say yes to what you're not comfortable with, okay? Um, in the Old English word, the word yes comes from geese, Gese, which goes to the meaning of being. That when you say yes, you are being. And when we say uncertainty, it is the idea of not fully confident. So get comfortable and say yes to being in the not fully confident. And what do I mean by that? When we are not fully confident, what that means is we are in a place of newness, right? Because when you're confident, that means you are capable of it. You know it backwards. You are confident in your gift, maybe. You are confident in your job. You are confident in what you do. If you are a keyboard player, you know how to play the keyboard. If somebody calls you up and puts you on the spot, you are confident and you are comfortable in playing the keyboard. But what happens when somebody asks you to play the clarinet? Or what happens when somebody asks you to do something that you're not comfortable with? In normal times, you would say no because you're not fully confident. And so, my share with you today, my message for you today is to say yes to the uncertainty, to say yes to the new places that you haven't been before. Why? Because when you say yes to uncertainty, you are saying yes to learning, you are saying yes to growth, you are saying yes to going to a place that you've never been before, and to go back to your greatness, to go back to your amazingness. Because there's many of you that I'm talking to on the live and on the replay that you are great. And there are so many things that you want to do. But every time you go to do it, you talk yourself out of it because you're not sure. You're not sure if you're going to make it. You're not sure if it's the right fit. You know, for some of you, you're not sure because you've never been there before. That hasn't been your experience before. Uh-oh. How many times have we put our dreams on the back burner because we weren't sure? How many times have we put that move on the back burner because we were scared? How many times have we missed out on opportunities of friendships, of relationships, of new experiences because, well, it's kind of different. And I'm not sure about that. That's the uncertainty that I'm saying yes to. And saying yes to uncertainty is not saying yes to uncertainty is not saying yes to anything crazy or saying yes to um, a gamble, but it is really saying yes to your best life because the best things that are ahead for you in your greatness, and this is the message that's just on me. Many of you out there are just amazing and gifted and talented people that the book is just waiting on you to write when you get rid of fear. That the YouTube show is waiting for you to do it. And why do I share this message? I share this message because I have been in the position of uncertainty. I wasn't sure if I could stop drinking for 8 months, let alone a month. I wasn't sure if I could do a show on my own without a co host or without trying to have a guest. I wasn't sure if I could live on my own. I wasn't sure if I could take opportunities and make them happen. But guess what? I said yes to all of them. Has every one of them been successful? Absolutely not. But have I gotten the great lesson and become greater for it and found even greater success? Absolutely. Listen, y'all, my conclusion is your new destination, your new, that great thing. And I want you out there that are listening, picture the thing that you've dreamed of. For some of you, it's a relationship. For some of you, it's a place where you want your business to be. For some of you, it's, gosh, it's healing. For some of you, it's moving to a new place. For some of you, it's changing your attitude. This is so crazy that happened. But picture that place of celebration and say yes to it. Say yes to the uncertainty of how you'll get there, but just know that you'll get there and be okay with not knowing. For it is in the unknowing that God can truly move, that the universe can truly move. Because I really believe there are times that if we really knew the fullness of our greatness and what's going to happen, we would mess it up ourselves. Because in our finite mind, we try to control things and we try to dictate, okay, well, if I say yes to this or no, and try to really process it to make sure that we're making the best decision. But there are times where you have to throw caution to the wind. Sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Throw caution to the wind and say yes. There is something about a yes and a yielding and just being, because when you become, you are no longer worried about the how. And that, y'all, is the message. That's the message, short and sweet. Say yes to uncertainty. Say yes to not always being the best in the room, but knowing because of that yes to uncertainty, it opens up for so much more room and growth. All right, y'all. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning into the Daryl Walter Show. Listen, we are moving. We're doing some new things because I'm doing some new things. I just had this experience with Carlton Pearson passing, and just with so many different things going on in my life. I've talked to some of my close friends about it that I have no choice but to say yes to uncertainty. So while I don't know all of the direction of the Daryl Walter Show, what I do know in me saying yes to uncertainty is that you're going to get a lot more content of encouragement, a lot more, you're going to get a lot more of Daryl and a lot more God inspired content that I hope inspires you and blesses you and encourages you. Even the messy stuff. And I'm still going to cuss because I like to cuss. All right, that's it. Listen, as we close out, if you have a dream, make sure you see it through. If you have a vision, y'all, just make it happen. And I just want to play this clip of a conversation between Carlton Pearson and Yvette Flunder. And as we close out, I want to dedicate this show to Bishop Carlton Pearson and his legacy and his message of love. I hope y'all enjoy this. Wait, hold on. He said, wait, hold on. Oh, you know what? I didn't hit send. I thought you had that. See, I was having a moment. That's how ghetto it happens, y'all. Listen, that's the end of the show. When you come back next week, go on to my page. I'll post the video. I thought I sent you that video, Kwame. All right, y'all. Hit me up. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.